Welcome to the Prospectors Radio Show, the talk show for our community. Please welcome Rich Cooley, Indiana Gold Hunter Dennis Dayton, Kathleen Biffle, and your host, Tim Grimes.
And don't forget Rob Swiftwater and Jared Wheeler is here also. What's going on, guys? Sunday.
Oh, we're here.
Sunday.
Yeah. Watch the big race, baby. That's all I did.
Yeah. Another day. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, and I have off tomorrow.
Woo-hoo. Oh, yeah, me too.
Well,
of
of course
you
you
a little
guys.
bit.
Yeah. Me too. Me too.
It's a Memorial Day.
We don't get many holidays off, though.
Yeah.
Right.
You know? We don't. Yeah. A lot of them, like government holidays, it seems like we don't get off, but we definitely get Memorial Day. So that's cool.
Well, I don't know how you don't get the government ones off. That's what
We
you're supposed to
don't.
get off.
Yeah, a lot of them government ones, we don't get off. We just get
What's
off,
up
like,
with that,
we
dude?
get off like Christmas, New Year's, 4th of July. That's it. Memorial Day.
I reckon.
That's it. But still, don't have to work. It's always a good thing. You don't have to work. Get a day off and get paid for it. Better yet.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Why the sheets not? What else is going on? Anything interesting? We got a guest tonight.
That we do. Got Gary Holt from here from Utah, No Golden, Utah.
There's no gold in Utah, Gary Holt.
He's going to tell us otherwise.
Is he
Gonna
gonna
give up the secret?
Is he going to tell us the truth about Utah, that it's loaded with gold? There's so much gold there, you can walk across the creeks and pick it up.
Well, we know there's gold in Utah.
Not according to Jaron, right?
Well, it's there.
Jaron and Matt say there ain't none there.
Yeah, I bet they are.
Oh, I know, but they say there ain't. They say there's no gold in Utah, boys. Stay away.
Sure.
Don't even come
Surely
here.
he gets.
Don't waste your time. Don't even bother coming to Utah looking for gold. Hopefully, Mr. Holt will.
Gigs up tonight, apparently.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying. Hopefully, tonight the truth comes out about how much gold is in Utah.
We're busted, guys.
Yeah, I was always told by somebody there's no gold in Utah.
Uh-huh.
I want to know the truth. I think that person's been lying to me all this time.
I think it might have been.
There's no way.
Telling you a little white lie.
Well, that thing spread like wildfire. Now everybody says there's no gold in California, no gold in Ohio, no gold.
Oh
in
my Lord.
Arizona.
Yeah. There's definitely no gold in California because you can't do anything to dig it. Well,
Right.
Unless you got to pay.
Problem.
You can pay.
That's the problem there. Yeah. You can't do nothing to get any
No.
in California. You can just metal detect like Rob's doing.
Hey, they started with us little miners and they went right to the top, shut down all fossil fuels and all this stuff. So,
Yeah. See?
a bunch of boneheads.
Just saying.
And I'm going to say it for the cheap seats, boneheads.
And tonight is well, it's not ours, it's the members. Pay it forward giveaway tonight. So, do you got a keyword yet, Jaron?
No, John has not responded.
I got one GPS free.
John, is John on yet or no?
He said hi in the chat, and then I asked him, and he never replied.
Well, John, if you're listening, we need that keyword so people can start putting it in the old chat room.
And then you got till the end of the show, and then we'll spin the wheel.
The wheel will spin, and somebody will win.
I just told Lisa why Gold was wearing.
Oh.
She turned around smiling like, what?
Oh, look, he's got his yard coat on, man.
That ain't a yard coat. That's a rancher's jacket.
That's a yard coat. It's what they wear up in the.
Why is it cold out there? Why gold?
Oh, yeah, it's cold.
Really? I didn't think it got cold in California.
Well, I went from 100-degree weather to 60. Jesus.
You even
2
sound.
hours.
You even sound different. You got a cold too?
Oh, no.
No?
It was only 100
No, no.
one day.
Well, it
101
was
to
getting close.
Are you,
101 to 60.
are you missing Arizona already?
Yeah, I am.
Because you're freezing.
Well, no, not because of that. It's much quieter there.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
true.
I got
I
you.
mean, I don't have to worry about all the hectic traffic and the helicopters, although I do love listening to the fighter jets fly around.
Yeah, that's always cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we get to hear that here.
at least you're back. And you've been doing some detecting, so that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
And you get to go back on the beach. And
Yeah. You get to be by the ocean and all that good stuff. So.
Little saltwater mist upon your face.
That's right.
Oh, that'll probably be August when it's finally clearing up. It's May gray right now, so it's all gloomy.
Is it really?
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
yeah, it's about 3 weeks. I'll be on the beach.
You'll be on the beach. Rob's on the beach. Scott stays
Well,
on
I
the
won't
beach.
do anything on the beach. I'll be on the pier, basically crabbing and fishing.
Crabbing and fishing.
Hopefully, the
That
crabs
sounds-
are running.
That sounds like gold digging.
I don't know if the crabs ain't running yet. So
No?
they're not running yet.
Yeah, but crabs are always around.
They're all held up out in the bay or
Out
something.
in the, or in the deeper, colder water?
They're not coming in yet.
Huh.
I had some buddies that were down there that didn't catch nothing. They didn't even catch very many fish,
Oh.
piers or anything.
Go out there at night and dump you a bag of dog food off the pier and then come back the next morning. There'll be some crabs.
I don't know if it's too warm. Who knows? I ain't a crab fisherman. Right?
Yeah, but that dog food would probably float. You know, get all-
Probably.
Either that or seagulls will get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the seagulls. Well, it's night, but they'd have to be keen to pick it up, but they could.
Uh-huh.
But don't they do that stuff for the carp or whatever?
Yeah, we used to do it for sheep. We used to do it for
saltwater, it works a little
sheephead.
bit better for crab.
Yeah. We used to do it for sheephead.
Really, I have to try that.
Yeah.
Either that or dump a bunch of blood meal out. That'll get everything going.
But we used to take a can of dog food and poke holes in it and tie a
You
string
can do that as
around it
well.
and throw it
Oh,
out. Yeah. Yeah. And then the water, it just starts coming up. La, 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 la. That's what I was fishing with.
I do that out on the boat.
Eating the dog food.
Bring the
That's like if you tie a can of dog food or Vienna weenies before you eat them, Tim.
Yeah. I was gonna say, don't waste
If you
them.
put, like he said, if you poke holes in that and then tie it onto your trap, then they'll
I
be
wouldn't want
on
to
top
eat
of
it
your
after
trap.
that. All that salt water and get in there.
They might be even better with all that salt water on them.
Oh,
Yeah, but I'm just saying the crabs love it, man. They'll go crazy over that stuff.
Yeah.
And
I
it'll
bet-
be in the middle of the trap.
I bet they
try that.
I bet they'd like potted meat too, Scott.
Probably.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, anything that could kind of dissolve with a flare out, and because crabs, man, they can
Right.
smell from a long way away.
Create a film. Oh, they'd probably love potted meat then, I bet. Yeah.
Oh, they know that the dinner bells are ringing. They are coming.
You say
Crabs-
cut holes in the can.
Yeah, poke holes in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, one of those old time punchers. That's what
Yeah.
I used to use.
That's what we used to use too. Yeah.
That way they could get their claw in there and at least tear a little bit out, because the more they tear out, you know, it goes in the water. But you want it to save long enough that you got time to check the trap, pull the 2 or 3 out, and then put it back, and then let the ones that were sitting on the outside, because these guys were brutalizing, you know, let them get in.
I know
It's
when we
kinda
were
funny.
overseas, they used to do that for fishing a lot. They used to take the like chopped up like shrimp and fish and all that and freeze them in the
Oh, yeah.
box,
Huh?
and then they'd put them in
Oh yeah.
a bucket in the boat, and then they had this little cup that they'd scoop it in and put the lid on it and
Yeah. Yeah. It's like they
Come
do
on.
for crab
come
traps.
down all over. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Enough fun for us. What's them gold prices look like?
Man, you don't even want to know.
Man.
Yeah, we do.
Actually, I did find them, luckily to me. Woo! I'll tell you what, I'm kind of disappointed because it says it's in the green, and we all know this is a lie. But anyway, the bid on it is 1946 right now, and it said up $5. So I don't know what happened on Trading Friday, but gold went down, tried to rally, but didn't catch back up with the old 1976 that it was at.
Hmm.
Silver, we got at 23.31. That took a kind of a hit, and it still says green 0.57. So we know that dropped.
Uh-huh.
Platinum's actually coming in at $1,023, and that said plus $2, which that's staying about the same. Palladium, we got it at $14.58 plus 5, and rhodium staying a nudge. And it looks like the DEJ, the S&P 5s, and the NASDAQ, they're all in the green. So evidently everything went down and tried to rally back up, but it didn't really make the grade, what I would call it anyway.
Huh. Okay.
326 on the DEJ, 54
Yeah.
on 500. Yeah, it tried to rally back. It didn't have it, so residual pushback.
All right. So what's the Bitcoin like, Jaron?
Well, it is up 4.42% today to $28,065.59.
Ooh, okay. Very good. Very, very good. Now,
Bitcoin's going down.
Bitcoin's going up.
When the government gets involved, you would.
Well, government ain't getting involved. Just,
Damn, I'll be sending you over a harmonica, buddy.
I
wish
got
my Bitcoin-
two of them.
I wish I would have sold my Bitcoin.
I will play it when that happens. Promise. Wah, 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 wah.
They're trading now, man. I'm telling you, buy whatever you can, whatever it'll work for.
The government will come in and
You're going to see.
Wah, 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 wah.
We took over Bitcoin. We're starting all over. What? You guys can't have a second currency anyway.
Wah, 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 wah.
And which I'm really funny. That's how I can't believe they got away with that, because it's kind of illegal to print or to
They're
have.
not printing. That's the thing. They're not
I
printing.
said print or have any way, shape, or form an extra currency that is not the dollar bill.
Credit cards.
So-
Well, then credit cards should be illegal. That's a currency.
No,
Kind
not a
of.
currency.
Well, the
No.
Bitcoin's not a currency either, then. Right?
yeah, it's supposed to
No.
be they call it digital currency.
They call it digital currency. Oh, well,
Well,
here's
you
the
can't
test.
get away from
We'll
it. It is
continue.
what it
We'll
is.
continue this conversation at another time. Oh, hello, Gary. Can you hear us?
He's still connecting to audio.
There he is. I could hear him there.
Right? Says he's connecting.
Connected to audio.
There you go. Try now, Gary.
Now I can hear you.
All
There we
right.
are.
All right.
How you doing tonight, Gary?
I'm doing fine. It's a beautiful day here in Utah.
Ah, I'm gonna spotlight you because you're the guest, so everybody gets to look at you.
Your name.
So, all right, Gary, I need you to tell us a little bit about yourself, because I'm not a Utahian, so I don't know, buddy.
Well, I'm a Utahn.
Uh-huh.
I lived here quite a bit of my life. I lived in the Monterey Peninsula for about 25 years, Clint Eastwood country.
Oh, okay.
And when I came back, I decided that my brother, who I hadn't seen for quite a while, who was kind of OCD, to say the least, he's a little obsessive,
Uh-huh.
had a book from Steve Schaefer had been written about Hoyt Peak.
Okay.
I read that book, and it seemed like it was quite interesting. So, and one of the interviews was a guy we knew when we were kids, when our dad had a truck line business with him, with his father, and we got a hold of him, and he took us up there and showed us.
Mhm.
That's how I got started in the mining business.
Ah. Okay. Now, about the mining business, what?
Yeah. So I'm a graduate from the University of Utah, political science, went to law school.
Wow.
If you can't do that, you can't deal with the government vultures as well
That's
as you
true.
can't use that kind of background. That's the mining business.
Uh-huh. True. This is true. Now you're being from Utah and that. Now, is there any gold there? We keep hearing there's no gold in Utah. So,
Yeah.
I think- wait, did you say there's a lot of gold in Utah?
Well, there's so much gold that we make it into dollars.
Oh,
We can trade this as like dollars. If you got gold and you put them this way,
uh-huh.
where they're all certified and everything, then you can take it in and buy things with it.
Really?
There you go.
Seriously? For real?
Yeah, that's legal tender. There's
That's a $1 bill and a $5 bill. That's your tech guy wanted me to show gold, so I thought, well, I just
Right.
well see this product. There's 3 states,
Okay.
so if you gold, you don't have to pay a tax on it if it's in the public lands, and not only that, you can trade it. You don't have to turn it into dollars and then do that. Isn't that nice? That's
Yeah.
Texas, Utah, Louisiana will allow that.
Those
So
three will allow it.
Prospectors are looking for gold. Keep that in mind. Those 3 states are good. Utah is the only one that's got a lot of Spanish mines in it.
Right.
So you can tell I'm trying to steer people to our state.
Oh, okay. Oh, I heard something about a mine. What is it called? The Josephine mine?
Yeah, that's what I own. I own that.
Oh, you own that one.
Well, you don't own mines on the public land. You own the minerals in them.
You own the mineral
Right.
rights.
Mineral rights.
But the mine's part of where the minerals are. So kind of in a way, you certainly got control of it.
Sure. Uh-huh. Now, I was going to say, how did you acquire this, or how long have you had it?
14 years.
14 years. Oh, wow.
Yep.
Okay.
now
And-
you've been in a bit of a legal battle over this, haven't you? Until recently.
Recently, that's a bit of a legal battle is an understatement.
Wow. Yeah, we all know there's issues with when it comes to that, though.
Yeah,
You know,
well-
especially when you're dealing with claims and
Yeah, I won't go into all the gory details, but the
Right.
point is, I now have a bond with the state and a notice of intent to bind. And I'm working out the final details with the Forest Service on a modified plan of operation. I had one that was all signed, sealed, and delivered.
right.
And they decided when I got serious that they wanted more information. And so I've been providing that for them.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, but they wanted a bond. So if I leave, they can put it back to the way it was, except I held out until they were willing to just let me vent the Josephine instead of covering it all the way over and destroying all the ventilation that had been occurring in that particular area for the last millions of years.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to be able to leave it the way we found it, which was the whole purpose of reclamation as I understood it.
Right.
And I had to enforce that against their will.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, have you got to mine it any at all, or?
Yeah, you got to get to mine it. You got to have a bond. I found out.
Oh, you have to have. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And on that, you've got to have people that are qualified to go down 10 million or 10 billion year old natural caverns,
Uh-huh.
right kind of equipment, so that you can get back out.
Right. Oh, wow. I think that sounds.
And so all of that had to be put into place. I have a gentleman in my office right now that's an expert at it.
Oh, wow. That's
And,
cool.
and so we're going to sign, seal, and deliver that today and have that one of the aspects that has been completed.
Awesome. That is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Now wait a minute. Utah. Ain't that where like that Skinwalker Ranch and all that stuff is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, you know a guy named A. Truott,
No, it don't sound familiar. Uh-uh.
one that owns the claim on it.
No, uh-uh.
Mm.
No.
Yeah. He's the one that owns the claim on the Skinwalker Ranch.
Okay.
The claim. And those 2 gold certificates that I showed you, he gave me those.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was on his broadcast about 2 weeks ago about it for 2 hours.
Wow. I'll be darned. Okay, that's cool.
Definitely.
A
So,
little bit.
yeah,
What?
I said,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And he had a real problem with the producers. There was some company called Anomaly in New York.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of legal things going on with that right now. I won't go into detail, but I don't think they're going to produce any production right away.
Right. Okay, I gotcha.
Try,
Now, do you believe in all that alien stuff that they say goes on out there?
You know, the people that are doing that did a show for me, Prometheus,
Okay.
back 2021. It was called Beyond Oak Island,
Yeah.
The Lost Josephine Mine, Season 2, Episode 5.
Mm.
And I don't want to do anything to rain on their parade.
Right. Gotcha.
Got
Is
it.
that all right with you?
Yeah. That's all right.
Understandable.
Well, man,
Yeah, we're all right.
I'm gonna have to find that episode now of Beyond Oak Island and watch it.
Yeah, I just watched it last week.
Montezuma's Gold.
Yeah.
It's called Montezuma's Gold, New Evidence. They did that one too. It's just a 10-minute on YouTube. You don't have to pay for it.
Okay. Wow.
It's 2 productions. The one is about me and about the mine and all the details you'd ever want to know and maybe more.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And the other is well done, and it puts Montezuma's Gold back here when there's the survivors were running away from Cortez,
Mm-hmm.
and it puts Antelope Island as their homeland called Atsalan of the white birds. And we got a hell of a lot of seagulls there that from the remaining big lake that used to be Bonneville, that's now called Salt Lake.
Right.
And we have a lot of ancient mines on my claims that are not Spanish.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
we're about 50 miles as far as the crow flies from Antelope Island to here, and they have a lot of pure gold. And there's not any pure gold in Mexico, supposedly, but there is at the Josephine.
You guys did just hear him say "as the crow flies," right? 'Cause
Yes,
you guys
I-
all thought, they all thought that was funny when I said that.
So 50 miles as the crow flies. Yeah.
Yeah,
It means
5 hours
you
that you
ain't driving
drive.
there.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the Aztecs, they didn't have to go up Parley's Canyon and over to Park City and come up to Camas and then go another 8 miles up to the Josephine.
Uh-huh.
They probably went straight cross country. So
Sure.
Right.
not road, but it's Aztec walks.
Right.
They had a trail.
Well,
They did, yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, now on that show that they just had last year, it was the Montezuma's Gold one with Kevin Hoagland and them. Wasn't there a team in Utah looking, Jaron? For
Yeah,
it?
and they were out in that general area as well.
That's the area they were in. It was out in that area. Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. All right, so Gary, how long have you been prospecting and mining? You're
2009.
2009 when you started. What got you started in it?
Like I mentioned before,
Just that book,
I read Steve Schaefer's book. My brother was
right?
OD on treasure hunting. And so we got a chance to go up and look at the Josephine mine from a couple of people that were involved in it. One of the brothers had hauled a lot of the gravel and sand for John Young's cabin back in the 30s.
Uh-huh.
So he knew right where to go. But
Okay.
it was covered over, we were standing on a heap of rocks. And then I checked to see if it had been claimed, and no, it had been claimed, but it had been abandoned.
Sure.
And so I was able to make a claim over at Colville, where the
Mhm.
county seat is in Summit County, and then register it with the BLM, and it's been happy ever since.
And that's when you got your start and got the gold fever and started at it, right?
Oh, I don't know if it's gold fever. It's kind of going off because I was able to get a hold of the Josephine for very little money.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
But you still got to have a little bit of the fever, don't you?
Everybody would give me a lot of attention, and I really enjoyed it because I'm a kind of an extrovert.
Okay. I got you. So have you went anywhere else looking for gold or anything, or you just pretty much stick around in Utah?
Just Utah.
Just Utah? I got you.
I'll tell
Wait.
you what,
I've got 500 acres
Uh-huh.
of Spanish Aztec
Yeah. Guess,
mining history going
Yeah.
back 10,000 years and 300 years for this Spanish. And you want me to go someplace
no,
else?
I guess you don't have to go nowhere else when you
I
got all
was just-
that.
I was up till 3 o'clock last morning, just looking at a new geological map.
Uh-huh.
I started with my HD phone,
Gotcha.
and I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was seeing old Spanish wagon wheel trails and everything. It was unbelievable.
Oh, wow. Now that's kind of cool. Holy cow, that would be great, actually. Now, have you ever went up in there with a metal detector or anything? Do you metal detect?
I haven't, but about 100 other people have in the last 4 or 5 years.
Right, but you yourself do not metal detect?
They didn't find anything
No.
except we had a guy that came in here from Colorado, a geologist, a couple of years ago.
Uh-huh.
He had an XRF machine. You know what that is?
Yep. Yeah.
And so he read some of our chads that we got looked like aluminum, and then he went around and did a test about 7, 8 different places, and the chads came up $14 million a ton on rhodium.
Rhodium.
Rhodium?
And the others were all within like a third of an ounce of rhodium.
Wow.
Two of them in different areas, and so that'd only be I don't know what it would be, but it'd be a lot of money.
Well,
but
yeah.
But you again, in order to take it away, you have to bond it, and that's what I just finished on the 25th of May.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So now we're gonna go gangbusters.
Yeah. Hold on. Excuse me. About to sneeze.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the Josephine mine, but have you actually explored inside of it? It's a hard rock mine. I'm understanding that correct?
It's a load claim. It's a hard rock mine.
So have you been able to explore it and see if there's any relics?
What's that?
Have you been able to explore the adits or winzes, stopes, or anything like that for relics or actual ore?
It's not an adit, it's a tunnel. And it's a natural cave.
Oh.
Okay.
It's a natural cave. You go in about 60 feet and you see a shaft, which is all spelled out on a waybill that was written in 1814 by Jose Joaquin Garcia. And so everything that he said in that waybill, we found. We went in, and other people have gone in. I all know that, they know this stuff. But the biggest problem they had was this huge rock over the shafts, or near the shafts, that was even reported back in 1898 by a guy named William Byrd, and they wouldn't go past that. But we sprung it.
Gotcha.
So, and then we found the southeast tunnel, we think it is. And then we went down, Steve Schaefer, the fellow that owned the claim before I did, and another guy, he called me when he was about ready to pass away and gave me some information.
Uh-huh.
He said, a little deeper in the shaft we did, and we ran into the 2 tunnels that go west, right into the Hoyt Canyon fault zone,
Okay.
which is where the gold's got to be at 450 feet, but it's a 30% incline from the room that comes off of the shaft. And you got to have people that know what the hell they're doing. And
Sure.
I was more than anything else flabbergasted and confused and disgruntled.
Right.
But this year it's a whole different ball game. We got the right kind of people,
That's
and we're going to hit hard.
right. That's
Gary,
awesome.
one of our viewers asked if you've used any LiDAR or anything on there.
I have a guy named Louie and another one named Bobby from 2 different areas that have some kind of LiDAR that they've reverse engineered that says that they've picked up 6 triangular stacks of gold bars in the area that I have, and that one of them is as big as a house.
What?
He said it's as big as a Ford.
Holy cow. Wow.
Now they're going to come out as soon as the snow flies away.
Right.
Yeah, and we
Mel,
were talking about that earlier on the phone. We've had quite a bit of snow this year, and this
Yeah.
rain's been putting a number on it and melting it fast, and we're flooding. So we're hoping it goes away sooner than we had anticipated.
So that area up there's still covered in snow?
yes,
Okay.
it is, but rain that's above 60 degrees
Uh-huh.
is about 2 times more productive for getting rid of snow than sunshine at 80.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Especially at 60. So we might get in the middle of June.
Yeah.
How accessible is it? Is it easy to get into? Is it a lot of climbing?
Yeah.
It's a road.
It's
When you stop, you're 50 feet away from the entrance to the Josephine.
uh-huh. Oh, okay. Well, that's not bad.
Oh, so you got it hard, right?
So you can fly in from Salt Lake. You can fly in from Salt Lake, and it takes about a little under an hour to get to Canvas. And then it takes about, it depends on whether you have a 4x4 or a side-by-side,
Mhm.
another hour or 20 minutes to get right to the mine. And we got a beautiful
Yeah.
camp
Oh,
just
wow.
down about a mile away.
Okay.
We've got a cabin going up back there.
Good.
And of course, we got a portal now on the mine itself. So we're progressing.
Right.
Finally, I finally got past a year, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't-
Do you think you're going to have to extract a lot of water out of the mine?
No, it's in limestone.
Oh, okay.
And when we dug it out, we had to dig about 20 feet below the entrance to get to where we thought it was. And so we got a hell of a septic system for the water. We don't have any problem with water.
It leaches off just fine, right?
It's kind of like on a ridge.
Right.
So the water all goes east.
And we
Okay.
call that downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like Rob asked, have you found any artifacts around there of any kind at all?
That's part of our right, as what you call in the mining business a non-disclosure right.
Oh,
Right.
okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Means he ain't gonna tell you.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Now, how is the air in there? Is the air fine, or do you have to have an air system, or?
The ventilation is natural. It's connected to another shaft about 300 yards away, and it's all what you'd call natural underground passageways. It's like, it's like a sponge, only with holes in it. So the Spanish back in 1814 mined it with up to 500 slaves at a time. And I don't think they lost a lot of them.
Huh.
And then a guy named Pueblo, San Jose Pueblo in 1842, a guy named Kimball arrested him. He was mining it, but he mined it in 1842 with 4 mining companies, which is 40 people apiece. And he said he was a kid when his father was helping Garcia improve the ventilation to the other shaft. That's right in his report from Kimball.
Mhm.
That's on the website. And you can go to the second page of my website, which is josephinegoldmine.com, and read the whole report.
Yeah,
And
I
it
just
says-
posted the links for you.
Yeah. And so,
Pretty cool.
so the answer to your question is he must have got out of that mine and had enough ventilation to tell Kimball the story. So I think I've
Now-
answered the question indirectly, haven't I?
In your mind, are you tying into other shafts that actually go out to other entrances? Like, because like you said, it's a sponge. Once you dig so many holes, you're gonna go into somebody else's mine shaft or a tunnel or anything like that. Do you have any problems with anything like that?
From what I heard you say, have we done any construction?
No. I mean, in your mind, have you dug into any other tunnels that like lead to another entrance or somebody else's mine shaft on accident? Because you
No.
said it was like a sponge, it was several holes.
No. It's not somebody else's mine shaft. I own the other one too. I own there. I own 100 staked acres right over both of the faults that are up there. One's a spur, and then I owe and contiguity rights another 400 acres. And if you figure the angles of up and down or whatever, is more like about 700 acres.
Some of the tunnels do come with roads, what we got.
What's that?
And so the answer to your question is they mentioned both shafts, both mining captains, both Garcia and Pueblo mentioned both shafts that they had been. So it was a tunnel. It was 2 tunnels going west, one going to the southeast, and then off of the shaft that's in the Josephine. If you dig deeper, there's 6 more tunnels going in every other direction. Since that's the Humbug formation, it's limestone.
Mhm.
And so after millions of years of water percolating through that, you can walk for miles underground
Wow.
without having to see the sunshine.
Wow, that's
But like I said, but you haven't hit any other shafts besides the ones you own. Like one that maybe collapsed back in the day and nobody reported on it. You found the one part that's still open. You know what I mean?
They're all covered over. All the shafts, you can see them with high HD Google Earth. That's what I've been doing the last couple of days. And you can see where the ground, nothing will grow on it, which means that there's minerals that wouldn't support plants, and they're all over the place along the lines where you get one formation over another, like the Mississippian and the Pennsylvanian. In between those is where the gold is, supposedly. I don't know. I'm not a miner. That's what I had told. And I remember things pretty good because it means money.
Right.
Every place one of those happened, there's these areas that are anywhere from 12 feet to 30 feet that nothing grows on them. They're just kind of they're just not indiscriminately, but every so often there's another one. And that's all over the place for miles.
so.
And so if you want to know if there's shafts up there, come on up and dig one, see if it's a shaft. We've got this LiDAR guy that can tell you it is or not, because he can go down 130 feet with his equipment and he'll be able to see void is, because they cover them over. They put up to 20 feet of rocks in them if they're still a producing mine. And we don't have a shaft that's open up there. So they're all producing mines, and there's 100 of them at least that I've counted.
Wow. So what is your goal here? Are you actually looking to
want to find something? This is a place to come.
Gotcha. Now, Gary, so what is your goal here? Are you like looking for the Aztec gold? Is that what you're searching for here, or are you just wanting to open up this gold mine?
I'm looking for any kind of gold I can find.
There you go. All right. I like that answer.
I'm not going to have any kind of discrimination. I don't want to be accused of being a racist.
Any gold's good gold.
Good gold.
You gotta quit.
Whether it be in a bar.
Just as much as I do Spanish. My ability. And I don't thinking I hate one and love the other one, so I'm not going to follow up on their treasures.
Brother, I'm in Arizona. I still can't speak Spanish.
I live in Southern California and I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you can find it in bars, then you'll take it. Yeah, definitely.
That's right.
So what do the bars with the stamps on them, the Jesuit priest stamps have been found. They're in books. I've got one in my website. On the first page, there's a bar that was taken out of the Josephine by the he said he did, and there's no reason to doubt him because everybody called him a liar, but there's too many facts that he has in his book that I've confirmed. He didn't lie that much. Most thing he said was true.
My personal advice is if you find a bar of gold, grind it up.
Well,
You didn't find it. You did not find it. Somebody will come back for it.
There's a way you could solve that problem with the Treasury Department now and keep it.
how's that?
Yeah, I just grind it up.
That's another one of those non-disclosure things.
Oh, okay. No.
It hasn't happened and it will exist in the future.
I'd get me a big old horseshoe file.
But wait a minute. All right. Now
You'll see that bar on my first page of my website, and it's got all kinds of markings on it.
right.
A lot are who owns what part of it. The other ones are who's got the deed to a certain mine up there, and they had to go through a fort down lower, and to where the priests were, and of course the conquistadors, and then they went up, and then when they came back, they got more stamps on it, and so that was kind of their deed when they go back and forth.
See on the show, on the show, it's
your prospectors. It's so far away from place of mining in a creek that it's not even in the same league.
Right.
well. See, on the show we have a big joke.
What?
I said on the show we have a big joke because everybody we know that we see these big stories of people finding treasures, they get taken away from them because somebody says, "Oh, that was ours. We lost it back in the 1800s." Like, you know what? Today we just say, you know what? If you find it, don't tell nobody, and just grind it up and make it into gold dust.
Yeah. That's just a crybaby raining on somebody else's parade.
That's exactly
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You find it on a federal mining claim like I have on
right.
land. You
Right.
have rights under the 1872 mining law that
Yeah, but
entitles you to all of it with no taxes.
Did you remember?
Right.
Could you imagine finding some kind of Spanish galleon that had like 340 gold bars with all the Spanish markings? The Spaniards would go, "Oh no, I'm sorry, we want that back."
Well, a lot of them have come into our country lately. Maybe we're going to have to give a few of them away to keep them from, they've been mining up there ever since they left in 1814 and maybe 1771. We have traces of them. There's one that they forgot to close the mine back up, got off of
Now-
a fault slide. And my guy that was up there, he sits up there in a tent next to a trail. And one whole year of season we had during the summer, he had a guy coming up with a pack horse at 12 o'clock at night, right past his tent, and come back the next night, right past his tent, going back down. And I don't think he was picking daisies.
No, I wouldn't think.
Hey, I want to I want to know something in your opinion. I mean, I know you're an elder gentleman and stuff like that, so I know you've probably heard stories, but you never really thought about them until you heard the question. But do you think the Spaniards were drove out of Utah and the states below because the Indians actually found out how much gold was to us?
No, I think the Spaniards were driven out of the entire western half of 1/3 of our country because they were paying in our locale the Utes $150 a head to go down into the Salt Lake and kidnap Paiutes and bring them up and work them in the mine all their lives to the point where when my pioneer great grandfather, who was one of the first settlers in Camas, went and started talking to the Native Americans that were still living there, a lot of them were blind. And they said, that's because we had to work in the mine up on the hill all of our lives. And when they left, we got out.
Wow.
That's a
Now,
fact.
Is there any Spanish markings in or around the mine itself, or anything like that?
Yes, they're on the trees all over the place.
Really? Oh.
They date them because they come up about a descendant group from some of the miners. They come up about every 20 years. It looks like from what we see on the Quakies. They're only good for 150 years, but then they just find new Quakies.
Mhm.
And so those are authentic signs. And we follow those and run into mines.
Okay.
So, yes, everywhere there's Spanish authentic signs on the Quake and Aspen, everywhere. And if you follow them, you run into a lot of what looks like man-made disturbance in the ground.
All right.
Have you
It's a
ever
fact.
come across any arrestus near some of the mine entrances?
No, they were all torn off down years ago. You know, you got to remember that white man is saying found that place back in 1898. A guy named William Byrd. He published it in the paper in Salt Lake, and so did General Kimball. And so they had plenty of time to take souvenirs since then. And there's a place where you can see where the arrests had to be, but most of the gold was native gold. It was pure gold in quartz or calcite. So you don't need to crush it. You just take it over where you had a kiln and crush it there and put it in the fire in a kiln, and then the gold will melt out of it, pure gold, in at 875 degrees. And of course, the quartz and the calcite, it's about 3,000. So then it would be at the bottom of the kiln where they'd have a little container that they would put it in. So the bars that you see that are marked are 10 pounders, and they're about 9 inches long, about 1.5 inches wide, and about 3/4 of an inch thick.
That'd be nice.
And,
Do you
and they're pure gold. It's native gold. It's gold formed by metamorphosis. That's different than igneous gold. Like you
I'd
get
still grind it up.
what?
I'd still grind it back into dust. No proof, no markings.
You got you guys are just I just love to lead you around it. World-class prospectors here, and they don't know any of this shit. I can't believe it. This, if you're really prospectors, guys.
No, not that kind of prospecting. That's
Yeah, if we find a treasure, we shut up and just grind it up. Nobody knows nothing. It's just gold. Nobody's coming back on it.
Yep, nothing to see here.
Yeah, there's nothing to see here. Keep moving.
Did not find a jar of gold coins. No, sir, nothing to see here.
Nope.
Yeah, our
So
time.
what do you want to know?
What's that, buddy?
What?
I didn't hear you that time.
I said, what else do you want to know about the mine or me or whatever?
Well, everything you could possibly tell us that you're not going to claim the fifth on.
Gary, do you have any plans? Do you have any plans in the future to open it up to like tourism or anything like that?
What's that?
Do you have any plans in the future to open it up to like tourism, give tours or anything, or just
Plan to what?
to give like tours of it or anything? You know, like if people wanted to go up and look at it, is that a possibility or?
A lot of people to come up because there's a lot of things to find, and if you find it and you've got a lease that you didn't have to pay for, you might have to pay a consultation fee if you don't have a skill. But you have to lose the right to go in and get the gold out of it.
There you go.
Right.
We have leases called interim lease. It's in the website on the third page. You can read all about it.
Oh, you keep mentioning this website. What is this website, Gary?
What?
What is your website you keep mentioning?
Josephine Gold Mine, one word, .com.
Oh, easy enough.
Karen posted it in our website.
Yeah, and all the things that you're asking are answered there, most of them, except for the stupid things I'm talking about.
Right. Well, we like the stupid thing.
I was going to say that's part of the excitement, man. That's part of the excitement.
It is. We like to know the stupid things, man. Come on. Gary. We like the stuff we can't find on your website.
Well, that's what I'm trying to give you. I'm trying to give you in between the lines, but you got to listen. You got to.
We are. We're listening, buddy. I swear we're listening.
Aren't as good as they used to be, especially that guy that kind of mumbles.
Well, we're listening. We're trying.
You.
Are you having trouble hearing some of the guys?
You.
Me? You having trouble hearing me? I know.
You might have to turn your mic up, Tim.
Well, my mic can't. I can't turn it up no louder. Yeah.
I can hear you better. So anyway, that's if you ask more questions, I'll give you more answers. If I have them. If I don't, I'll try to bluff it.
You'll plead the fifth.
Well, so I know the answer to this, but in that area, you have mountain lions and you have bears and stuff like that. Have you had any encounters up there?
We have a beautiful camp, and we've got a cabin going up that's bonded. And we have a cougar that's just down the canyon that you can go down there and see the remains of the deer that he's eating that particular week.
Yeah.
And then we have a pond down. It attracts a lot of animals. And we've got a mama bear and two cubs that come in and tear the hell out of our camp every once in a while. And we go outside and they climb up on the trees and wait till we leave. And then they come back down and tear some more up. And then my guy that stays up there all year, or not all year, but all the time in the summer, he has coyotes come over in front of his camp a lot of times and yap at it.
Cool.
And
Wait a minute, Gary. You froze up there for a minute, buddy. Sorry.
Yeah, remember, it's at 10,000 feet.
Right.
Point is 10,200 feet. Where our camp is 9,500 feet. It's a beautiful alpine environment with 20 different varieties of the most brilliant flowers you've ever seen on the ground. And between ridges, that is just breathtaking.
What's the future of what you're seeing right now, and what do you want to do with everything that you got going on?
I want to get a lot of money.
Okay.
Well, I want to be able to make a lot of money for a lot of other people.
Wow.
Okay.
And I used to be a lobbyist for single fathers.
Mm-hmm.
And so we got a bunch of laws passed in Utah that gave them a chance to raise their children finally.
That's cool.
The divorce laws are still terrible all over the country, and they alienate mom and dad after they get divorced.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I stand with you on that.
Yeah.
Mom, you're going to get all the child support in the house, and dad's got to go out, and he can come and see him on the weekends.
Yeah. and just give you money.
Sure. Doing lobbying for my group called Focus, which is fathers with children under stress. And we found out that the reason that children can't manage their emotions is because the only one that can do that for them at the formative ages are the natural biological father. And the University of Utah did studies to that effect and proved it without any doubt. And I was the one that told the legislature, the Office of Recovery Services, and the Attorney General that, and they did something about it in our state.
That's good.
Right.
I want to take that success to all of the other states so they can have children that don't want to shoot up school and live on the streets and want to change their sex.
Right.
Well, you gotta watch out, because you're going to start to go in the wrong towns where everybody's on welfare. They ain't gonna like that. So you gotta watch it.
That's right. And so that's what I'm going to do with my money.
That's a great goal.
It is.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'll stand behind you 100%.
It is a great goal for
And
sure.
I've got the experience. I think I was their spokesman, and I think I've got the experience to do it with my law school background and my political science, and the fact that I've had to deal with I had to write laws permanently. Governor Levitt signed the order. That helped because that's what it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Visitation is when you go to prison and talk to people. So it was an attitude change mostly, and it took about 2 years to get them on the same bandwagon with what we were doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does take a little time. You are right about that.
Yeah. And it's going to take no matter how much time it takes, as long as I'm still around, that's my primary focus.
Hey, just remember, if you're driving a hay wagon by, if you ain't tired, you ain't gonna jump on. If you're tired, you'll get on the back. Yeah. All you gotta do is wear them out. If they get tired, they'll get on the back of the wagon.
No, you have to impeach them.
Well, okay, there's
back of the wagon. They come back. They got all of their henchmen. You've got to. They'll either accept the science that's behind it, or you'll find somebody that will. And
sure.
That's what I had to do in a few cases in our state.
Interesting. Very cool, Gary.
Gary, someone asked in the chat, is there any placer? Do you have any creeks or rivers on your? Well, you don't own the claim. You don't have any. Do you have any rights to any of the creeks or rivers that may be around?
There's no creeks or rivers up there. There's only springs with little trickles coming down and ponds. two ponds. Well, and Maxwell Lake. You can go on Google Earth, just put Hoyt Peak, anyone that's listening.
Mm-hmm.
And you could be seeing it in the next minute.
Oh, wow.
All summer for years. And finally turning it into something to where I think I can maybe get some people that won't go to the schools and decide they don't like being bullied and they start shooting up people. That means that 80% of those people came from broken families where they had no natural father to influence and manage their emotions.
Yeah.
And is all that you need to know about what is wrong with gun violence and what I call gun carnage. Because most of them old enough, they can be 30 or 50, they still didn't get any managing of their emotions when they were at the age that they could receive them. So it doesn't matter a 14-year-old or a 44-year-old, it's still the same beast. And we got to change. We got to make sure that the father doesn't have to pay child support, because the divorce decree will automatically default to joint custody, where he gets it for 6 months and she gets it for 6 months, and they pay their own bills. And then the father doesn't have to be a deadbolt father, and the mother doesn't have to be a deadbolt mother, and the dad doesn't have to be a deadbeat dad.
Right. There
which
you go.
is now, which is ridiculous, and it's going to get worse. And they just don't want to face the fact that they've got to accept that biological fact about the natural father and the influence he has on children. They want to know how to manage their emotions and not flip out and be drug addicts,
Right.
or
Gotcha.
bullets, or shoot them up freaks.
Right. We don't need none of that. Now, I have a question for you, Gary. Our one co-host usually asks this, but he's not here tonight. What's your scariest moment you've ever had when you, we'll say, up at the mine?
At the mine?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
What was the most spiritual or moving
Scariest.
thing?
What was your most scariest moment?
Like when you almost died. What's your
Yeah,
scariest
something like that, or you turned around, and there was a bear standing there, or something like that.
A bear.
Well, let's see. I think it was the first time after we'd opened up the Josephine. You know, we had to dig it out. We had to actually excavate 1,000 cubic yards of limestone to get it back uncovered from what the Forest Service had done in 2007.
Uh-huh.
To restore the natural ventilation for the whole mountain. They destroyed it because it was cheaper to cover it over than put a vent on the cave.
Sure.
And that's decided to do the cheap thing. The cheap sons of bitches. And so when we got it opened up and I could see it, and I looked in there and I could hear snap, crackle, pop going on because it'd been under almost water for 14 years.
Uh-huh.
I had some kind of feeling like you got your, you go in there and you're dead right now. You better wait.
Uh-huh.
And it was a real feeling of danger.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
So maybe that's what it is.
Okay.
Maybe that's probably what I would say is the answer to your question.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah.
Did you ever have claim jumpers up there?
We had a whole bunch the year after we opened it up in 2020. I think they were probably descendants. They went in and they were going to go after the $2.3 billion worth of gold bars that are in there. And behind a wooden door, which you'll read all about with the Beyond Oak Island thing.
Uh-huh.
So they excavated about 50 feet of limestone straight into where they thought the door was, and obviously the door wasn't there because we didn't see any door. But they got to the side of where we think the door is. So they got rid of a lot of stuff we didn't have to do. So I kind of feel like they did us a turn. They were trying to get away with it, but I guess they just.
If you find that stuff, it's gonna be like, it's got to be. You know when the guy on Willy Wonka opened the golden ticket? You remember that song? I know you're gonna hear that in your head. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. You're like, oh my gosh!
I
If you
found the
actually found
golden
that,
ticket.
holy moly! Could you imagine? Oh, what's this wooden door doing behind some stacked pile of rocks?
Well, people have already found the wooden door. A
Oh
guy
yeah.
named Laney Seeley, when John Young was there, and the people when you look at the Prometheus production, they went down and found the wooden door. They didn't know what the hell they had, and they had flashlights, and they were 17, and they were and they barely got out, and it scared them so bad. They promised whoever was in there let them out. They said they didn't get out on their own. Something let them out. The only reason they got out was because they promised they'd never come back in.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that ghost.
Sounds
It's
like that
protected by
mine.
ghosts.
Yeah, it sounds like it's haunted, huh?
Oh,
That
you just poured all the excitement now.
yeah, yeah.
Well, you just
Yeah.
got about 1,500,000 different viewers' attention.
It is what it is, fellas. You know, I'm just a reporter.
Right.
I'm telling what I hear, what they say. That it's a consistent story about the door and the money and everything fits. The geology and the history from documents back as far as we can record, which was 1771 with the Nunes map.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that
Have you ever
showed
thought of that? Though back in the day, everybody's really interested in gold or ghosts.
an archive in Spain where somebody bought it as assayer, you know, and then it was at an auction with another guy that wrote a book about it. So there's too many, I guess you'd call preponderances of evidence for it to be bullshit.
I'm just saying, gold and ghost kind of goes hand in hand for like a whole big kind of a bigger kind of view of things.
Sure. People like ghost stories.
You can call them Tommy knockers. We'll still let you.
So Gary, do you plan on like maybe writing a book or something about the Josephine?
I think my website's pretty close to that already.
Right. Okay.
Probably a book, and then I've written a lot of ancillary reports to substantiate the ventilation. We had a consultation with the top mining safety ventilation expert at the University of Utah Mining Department
Mm-hmm.
about it being a natural ventilation because of its altitude and the wind that comes over from it's a breathing lung is what it is. It's why they've been able to mine it for thousands or hundreds of years.
Right.
Otherwise, they'd have never made it. But it's a breathing young. It's got enough vents on it, this and that, whatever, to where they can do that and still come out and go back in.
That's pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, really, if you got enough air, you can go ahead and do that. But I mean, I'm sure you haven't. I'm sure you haven't seen it all, right? There's still places you just haven't been.
I haven't seen anything but the shaft and the mine.
I mean, you went down in the mine, right?
Everything else, and they were covered over because the Spanish come over there producing mines.
Mm-hmm.
The Bird people in 1898, they had a map that allowed them to locate the Josephine, but it was rocked up. You wouldn't even know it was there, and they took the rocks out, and there were 2 dead slaves in it.
Oh wow.
So it had been covered over, probably by Kimball's guy, Pueblo.
But
And
but
so
have you have
there's too many things that say it's the real deal, guys.
all right.
But the Native Americans, when they had the revolt, the Pueblo revolt, there's several documents that we have that say that they told the survivors that they hadn't killed, they didn't kill all of them. Said, we want you to leave it like you found it. That means you cover every mine over, so no one would ever know it was there.
Mhm.
You get rid of all of your smelters and all of your signs of structures and whatever. And if you don't do it, we'll kill you.
Wow.
If you do, we'll let you go.
Wow.
Now, do you think there's any ties with like Chief Tabiona and his gold up that way?
Ooh, come on.
Tabiona was the guy that let Don Rhodes continue to mine until brother, his nephew or whatever, decided he wasn't going to let him mine anymore. He was the one that succeeded Wakara, who was the one that supposedly, allegedly, allowed Tom Rhodes, who was living in Camas with my great-great-grandfather, George W. Brown. They were the first two settlers there. He was the one that was allowed to go up the 8 miles and take 60 pounds of gold down to the John Hayes Mint in Salt Lake City starting in 1852. And the reason they needed so much gold was they were writing phony promissory notes out of their bank. And if they didn't have gold, they'd have been run out of town. And so the Josephine mine, I guess you could say they assisted in allowing the Mormons to continue to stay in Utah.
Okay.
And I've got documents to prove it from pioneers in their diaries saying that's exactly what they were doing. It's a book called Mountain Memories. The church, when had someone go up there and copy all the diaries and put them in a book called Mountain Memories, canvas, of canvas, and you can read it for yourself.
Jaron, you know that?
I do now.
You now.
I've just heard stories of Chief Tabiona being buried with his gold, and if you're familiar with Lightning Ridge, I've always wondered if that's where it is, because I've seen lightning hit that Lightning Ridge so many times repeatedly in rainstorms, thunderstorms.
No, he was the chief after Wakara died. Wakara was supposedly the one that let them do it. He wasn't. He was a San Pete war chief. He was about 150 miles too far to the south to be part of that. But he was baptized. And so he was the fall guy. And he got in a lot of trouble over that too with the rest of the Native Americans for being the one that supposedly, allegedly told them where it was and they could go get it. And he didn't have the right to tell them that. Tabiona was the one that had the right to tell them that. He was the major chief.
Interesting.
It is. It's all very, very interesting. You know, I got to watch this Beyond Oak Island episode that you was talking about, Gary. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In fact, I talked to Natalie. She was their special effects lady, and I had to send her a lot of documents, a lot of stuff to prove, this and that, and the fact that I had a mining claim on it and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And said, now you got 4 months to get this right, Natalie, and I'm going to grade you after you broadcast. And she did such a wonderful job that I had to give her an A+.
Oh, wow.
She was the Prometheus lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
I'm forever grateful. I couldn't have done it better if I'd tried.
All right.
that is cool, though. Yeah, I'll definitely watch it. Have you ever let any other, like, treasure hunters, big name ones, come on to the Josephine and explore it?
Say that again and a little louder.
Have you ever let any other treasure hunting companies come on and explore the Josephine?
there's been hundreds of them. There was 100 of them in 1898 when Byrd first.
Oh, wait, since you okay, never mind.
36 got that ran cows up there. You know, found it.
I love it. I love it.
He did it for so long, and then a guy named Schaefer and Rhodes talked him into giving it to them. They were supposed to give part of it to his grandson, which they didn't. And so that went on for 15 years, and they had several mining companies in there looking for everything, anything, except they won't go past that death trap. If they didn't do that, they couldn't get down to the 450-foot level where the gold is in a whole different formation,
Right.
which was said in the waybill that you're not going to find anything until you go down that incline, and none of them would, because the death trap was still there, and none of them would do it, and we had to spring it, and so we did, and now we got to dig it out.
Now you gotta dig it out.
Continue the quest.
Interesting,
All
Gary. Very.
Can you tell us about your YouTube channel, Gary?
What?
Can you tell us about your YouTube channel? I see you have a YouTube channel.
Your YouTube channel.
YouTube?
Yes.
Yeah.
I've got a YouTube. Yeah, I've got several of them.
No, that's what they're saying. That's what they're saying, Gary. They want to know about your YouTube channel. You got one that you want to like pump up right now, or what?
Like about the Josephine mine, you know.
Do I do a YouTube of the Josephine mine?
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
Don't-
I got two of them inside.
What's the name? What's the name?
A guy named Canyon, and they're on my. If you go to my website at the bottom, there'll be a link for on the first page. It'll go to the YouTube, and his primary discovery in there with everything is you just click on it. It's just a black thing. It's that you can't. There's nothing you see in it, and it'll put you right into Josephine. I do.
It's called Josephine Gold Mine. I've put links in the chats for if you guys want to check that out.
That's the YouTube channel, Jaron.
Yes.
You'll find everything in that.
And you can be in the Josephine in 2 minutes by just going to that website, going to the bottom of the first page and click on the YouTube, and the one that's just a black one that doesn't have anything on it. You click on that, you'll get the introduction about the reference to Garcia. You can go in and he'll show you the shafts, and the southeast tunnel, and everything.
Cool.
So this is like a historical tour.
Yeah.
He did all the legwork for you.
Awesome.
Yeah. I've done my homework on, I think, disclosing what it is, but
Well, you got to remember you're talking to gold miners. You got to be plainer.
they're nationwide to let everybody know about it.
Right.
I don't know why. You'd think that if they wanted to be prospectors, they'd want to protect the big ones with the little ones, and that's the biggest.
You're
if you're
right.
up there where all these mines that might be as rich as the Josephine with as much gold in them, because a lot of the times the miners would put their gold in so that their descendants could come back and live off of them for years. They didn't just take everything back with them. They kept on mining until they had enough to supply their progeny, I guess you'd say, their descendants for years, decades.
That's a good.
That was their main purpose for being here.
Right.
And their remains are still here. What they wanted to do, and they did, it got covered over because they had to or die because the natives would have killed them, are still up there ready to be uncovered. And they might be richer than the Josephine. And I'd like a lot of people to come up and help me find it because I want to save the children.
That's cool. That's a good thing, Gary, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Way to go, buddy. And well, we definitely want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah,
It was
and we
awesome.
wish you all the best of luck, and we'll be following you because I want to see what's going on up there.
Well, don't let anything but fear and disbelief hold you back.
All right, buddy.
It's gonna be cool hearing the history. Is what's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
And good luck to you, and hopefully everything will work out how you want it to go.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, I'm about there. All I got to do is wrap up some things with the Forest Service.
Okay.
The state's all taken care of, and so and they're not being too hard. You know, they've got to make a showing that I'll live with it.
Okay.
Well, before we let you go, I also want to mention that a lot of us, some of us, are familiar with Terry Carter on YouTube, and he's followed your story as well. If you can find Terry Carter on YouTube and get a little bit more of the pieces of the puzzle and the history on it. And
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Terry's been the reason that I've been able to get it out as well as I have. I mean, that Prometheus thing, you know, the Beyond Oak Island thing, that really started.
Right.
That's when people got their attention, and that really was the point where we really started going after that.
Well, it's great that you're willing to share this with people.
Hey, Gary, did you see my shirt, by the way?
I can't go in 100 Spanish mines
Right.
on the same day and all the same week and all the same year.
Right.
A lot of people up here that are willing to share them, and I'm willing to find a lease to allow them to get a percentage of it and then have it in perpetuity. They can keep mining forever.
See, that's awesome.
That's a lot of tunnels, Tim.
Jaron.
But, yeah,
That's a lot of tunnels, Tim.
Yeah. I get my percent. I can do what I want with what I want to do with it.
Right. But a lot of people wouldn't even want to tell people about it, you know, and that's why I said it's really great that you're willing to share your story and share the information about this mine and, you know, give people the opportunity. And I think that's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
I
you,
appreciate you guys coming on and listening to me. Sometimes I've been known to be a little bit abrasive once in a while.
You're fine here.
Yeah, there ain't no joke about that.
Yeah, that's right.
you're amongst gold prospectors. We're all a little abrasive.
Yeah.
Hey, I remember you just said something about the Forestry Service. I was going to say, did you see the back of my shirt? Check this out.
You
He
know,
probably can't see it. He's on his phone.
Yeah, he probably can't see
Oh,
it.
well, okay.
Okay, you guys. Well, I appreciate your time. I think that guy said I might get on another time.
Yeah,
we'll
we'll have you back for sure.
We're going to be active here just in a few weeks,
All right.
probably.
Well, let's
And
get,
can have you going down some of these mines with me.
we would love it. Let us know. Yeah, we'd love to have you back, Jerry. So let us know, buddy, please.
Definitely a touchback, man. Definitely.
Oh, he's frozen.
Keep us posted.
Thanks, Gary. We appreciate it, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, you take care. Thanks
Take care.
for joining us. We'll see you soon. Okay. Bye, Gary.
Man,
Bye,
that's
Gary.
good.
There's a little red button in the bottom of the Zoom on the right side that says leave.
See if he finds it. Hey,
There you go.
He
I
turned
stopped
off
the camera.
That was close.
Gary, it's a little red button on the phone. on the
There's a
bottom
helper
right.
beside. He's like, I got it. It's on the right hand side at the corner. It says leave. Big red
Oh,
box.
there's his tech guy.
Oh, there's the
There it is.
There you go.
That was
Right on.
awesome. Very informational, man.
That is
Really.
cool. See, now Jaron,
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
now Jaron is up there. Now he's willing to give you a lease, Jaron. You just got to give him a percentage. So this might
I'm
be.
gonna get.
You need
I'm
to
gonna
think
give you.
about it.
I'm gonna give you a 2 credit shout out because Lisa already said, "Oh, you gotta listen. He's really informational. What's going on right now?" I'm like, I just went out for a break. I'm coming back in. We're good, you know. I was like, yeah, I'll catch back up. But she thought it was really good that like what he was talking about and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. Jaron, are you with me? You gonna do that?
Well, I don't know what I'm supposed to disclose or not, but it's not me. But we definitely have members of GPS that are in on this.
All right, you guys should. You guys are in that area. You got to take advantage of that. That'd be a good action. If it was here or in Arizona or
Yeah, if you could take a
Pennsylvania,
week or two and go up
Yeah.
and help them out, heck yeah.
yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. You guys got to do that. That's cool. Yeah.
So we also have the end of month giveaway.
Oh,
I've been
yeah.
putting it in the chat. So if you didn't
Picker.
catch that, you got to type picker in the Gold Prospector space
Picker. You gotta type
chat
picker in.
to be entered.
Picker in the GPS chat, Scott.
Yep. So don't forget to do it, Scott.
Oh, I cleared all my. Oh, son of.
He did it again, Rob.
You.
All
had
right.
to
I'll
see
do
it.
you a solid,
good
Scott, and I'll
old
just enter you because I know what you're going through.
Picker.
All right. 'cause
I got it.
did
I typed it
forget.
in.
Oh, Rob did it for you? Okay.
Scott
I
Picker.
cleared all
Scott
the cookies
Picker.
out.
Scott Baker.
Scott, why don't you have a
Man.
book with your passwords and login information?
Dude, because I'm taking everything into one. Because if you can't figure the one I got now. So there is no way.
But you're getting old. Your memory ain't that sharp anymore.
That's why I'm trying to get to one.
But you need to write that one down because you forget it too.
And that's why I'm here, not there.
Thank you for helping him, Rob.
Why? Because Rob's going senile. What's he trying
Both
to say?
are going senile. I think.
Hanging
Oh, wait a
around him, you will.
Now see, I'm just saying.
Maybe.
See, Scott, even you should take a trip to Utah. How far is Utah from you, Scott?
It's freaking north all the way up. Hello.
As a bird flies,
How far?
Yeah, the bird flies. There ain't no way the bird flies. It's
But
always
like-
I'm from the bottom of the United States. Utah's at the top. Do
Well,
the math.
that could be a good mining adventure for you.
So you figure it's probably about 4 hours to Vegas, and then another three hours to St. George, and probably another 4 hours up there to Salt Lake. So
No.
it's a
So
day
what?
drive.
14 hours ish.
Picker.
Yeah.
P-I-C.
Well, that's not
Look at
bad.
that. Bam.
Oh, Scott actually got it in there himself, Rob.
All right, on.
Oh.
I can't believe he actually
Hey,
got
I
one
remember.
in.
I'm just saying.
Scott, that
remember.
could be a good adventure for you.
What?
Going to
Yeah,
Utah.
that could be- yeah. You got to remember, man, I ain't the most trustworthy guy freaking in the mines, dude.
All right, forget it. Skip that idea. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
you don't like
even go to
mines.
a donkey show.
Well, I mean, you get
Go to
so
a
far in, and you've only got one chance.
Have
It
them.
either doesn't fall or it does. It just bye.
Well, yeah, it's over. Boom, you're done.
I do not put myself in those positions, except with Wegold sitting right there beside me. But no, even if it fell on us, it would have broke our legs. But hey, they could have drug us out.
right.
I just don't like when you go in mines, man. It's just a little bitty earthquake, 39,000 miles away could have freaking did something. You know what I'm saying? It makes no sense sometimes. The
Yeah.
earth is what the earth is.
Yeah, it could.
I mean, when I go to a cave and I look in, if I see a bunch of rocks on the bottom of the floor where it's fell from the top, I'm not going in there. No. Well, let's go inspect it. No, because when you're talking, you're causing vibrations that throw through the rocks. And dude, if you ain't got a hard hat on, bonk, you're dead. See you
The
later.
thing it is how does you get that? How do you get the material out of there? You know, do they still have train cars, rails in there?
You gotta, just muck that crap out of there, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, a good mine's got a clean bottom, and there ain't.
But these aren't. This isn't actually a mine. These are natural tunnels and stuff like that. It's not like
Well,
mine shafts, right?
Kind of like the Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico.
Kinda, yeah, ish, yeah,
Almost.
yeah, yep.
Well,
They're natural,
that'd be water flutes.
but I'm
right?
sure there's still offshoots of where they've followed, probably,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I would think it's definitely safer than a timbered mine, you know, in my opinion.
Well, a timbered mine's pretty sick. Come on, it's timber.
Yeah, but a natural mine that's been there for friggin' million years is safer.
Well, if it's ate out by water, I would say you're probably correct.
And it's limestone, so so
What I'm saying, you're probably if it's ate out by water, you'd be really
right.
correct.
I would think
If
it's
you got places where people start digging, it's all like falling on the
yeah,
ground.
where they've been doing that. That's iffy-ish, but if it's I would
Way iffy. I wouldn't do it.
yeah, no,
I
I
don't even do it out
wouldn't.
here, like I said.
I'm just not a mine person, but it would be cool just to go.
It would be fun is because like some of the places out here, like Wickenburg and Quartzsite, they got the old like what we'll call the coyote holes.
Yeah,
They are just big enough for you to slim your body through.
Yeah, no
but
thanks.
but the funniest thing about it is don't do it because the pack rats have took over that little hole, and there's about 4 feet of nothing but cholla cactus and spines and whatever else they could stick in there to make a snake not come in that little bitty hole.
all right.
And it will kill you.
But you've probably been in like them caverns, like in like Kentucky and places like that.
Oh yeah.
You feel fine. You're safe in them, right? You feel safe, right?
Yeah, you got to be because you're already there.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah, I mean, I used to go spelunking in a bunch of caves for
so
arrowheads.
it's kind of the
stuff like
same.
that.
I would think it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But like what you said though, if it's rounded out, it's just I don't know. It's kind of like there's no rocks, there's no nothing. It's all waters went through here, and that's why it's here. It's not gonna fall because it's got.
So you wouldn't, Scott. You wouldn't go in that one that Wild Gold has on his picture, would you?
Yeah, that's the
No.
most he
Yeah.
went.
No.
That's the furthest he went in.
No.
Although that tunnel only went in about 50 feet, and that was it.
I was gonna say I can see the back of it, Rich.
You're like, up far enough.
Well, besides, there's a sleeping bag of food in there, so somebody's been living there for a couple of days.
Tim, can you give me co-host for Spring Trip?
Uh-huh.
Now that's where in Arizona.
Yeah, it's just right down the street from the house.
Oh,
I was
okay.
gonna say, is that the one across the road? Yeah.
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 Oh.
Not across the road from me, but across the road from somewhere we go.
You didn't find any gold in there.
No, there's. I can't even figure out why they dug in at it, and
Yeah.
Right.
this has old pick
There-
marks.
There's you can see where they went. Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah,
beep,
but
beep,
why? Why did they dig it?
we don't know. There's nothing in there. What you see
There's
on the
no
outside,
mining
what
report
it
on
is.
that. I looked on the mining reports, nothing
Well,
for
they
that.
had to dug it for a reason, right, guys?
You would have
There's
thought.
nothing
just-
there.
I mean, when you
I
look up at the hill, there's a bunch of tailings, and I think they dug it from here and took it up and just dumped it.
Huh.
But why? I don't know.
What makes
There's
no
no-
sense is there's like the back of the cave looks like the same as the front of the cave you're looking at. It never changed. There's no veins. There's no nothing.
Wow.
There's just beep, 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 like pick marks. Like somebody's like, I got to
They went
build a
straight
cave
through it.
across the interstate.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really weird, by the way.
Like, why?
Really weird.
Why?
But like Rob says, what do you think? Maybe what, 35 feet?
Yeah, about 40 feet.
And yeah, it stops. But like I said, everything on the side, like Rob says, everything on the side, you can see the like the pink, 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 pink marks, and go pink, 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 pink. There'll be one right next to the other. Like I don't know
Yep.
what they were doing,
Wow.
but
It was all hand dug. So
yeah,
Strange. Definitely strange. Yeah.
it's pretty cool to see it because you think, how much time would it took for somebody to do that stuff?
Right.
I mean,
oh,
really?
it's the wheel of fortune.
Wheel! Oh, fortune!
So if you don't see your name on there,
I
make sure
see
you
mine.
type it in the
Yeah.
goldprospectorspace.com chat. If
I
you
don't
are
see
new
mine.
tonight, make sure you sign up and
Okay, there's one.
I see Darth. I see Charles. I see David. I see Y. I see Lee. I see John. I see Jeff. I see I see a few. I see Ken. All
Remember, get on Gold Prospector Space. It's totally for free.
right. We're gonna randomize it a couple times and then spin that beautiful wheel of fortune.
We'll give it what 3 shuffles? I think
Give
we
it 3
normally do.
shuffles.
Hey, Jim,
Sure.
don't you still got the commercial or the ticker or whatever it was?
No.
Wheel of Fortune.
All right, here we go.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
look,
There's the spin. Chick.
Let's go, Scott Tony. Come on. Let's go, Switchwater. Tony, win this.
Tim Grimes.
Come on. Nope. All right, there we go. Nope.
Wait, where am I at? Where am I at? I'm
Hey,
nowhere.
I was yellow. What happened?
Keep going. Come on. Big money.
Hey,
Bull crap.
yeah.
There he goes, Randy Lewis.
Son of a.
There it is.
It was right there.
It's going to Canada. It's going to Canada. No.
Yeah, it was right there.
Randy won it.
It's close.
Oh, hold on. Oh wait, no, he's on there, Jeff. I thought I missed Carl Miller, but he was 3rd on the list. I can share screen again so you can see that, Jeff.
Man.
3rd on the list.
Randy.
Carl Miller.
Carl
is there.
Miller.
Yeah. Dang. If it's that much.
It's close.
I thought Rich and I thought me for sure.
Remember, guys, it's not really like it ain't got everybody's name. It's a randomizer. They just throw it in, throw it out.
Yeah.
And then freaking man, Mr.
Well,
Canada
thank you
wins
for the
all,
donation.
I mean, he wins all the
I
time.
think
This is
Randy did
baloney,
win last.
dude.
Randy
Thomas
does
came
win.
in as I was spinning it, but all he said was Thomas Folks, so that
I was
wasn't
going to say he
keywords.
wins more than Thomas. I think
don't know,
Randy
there's-
wins more than Thomas.
I think he's running a close second with Thomas for sure.
The
Yeah.
only way it wins any better than that is freaking Rich on meal raffle or meat raffles.
Meat
and stuff like
raffles, yeah.
I won the wheel one time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won the wheel.
He has. Rich won the Wonder Wheel.
Well, anyway, congratulations, though.
Yeah,
And
congrats,
Randy.
Randy. Yeah.
We
So-
love you, big guy.
Yeah. Dang, I missed it by that much.
Him and his wife, I love when they come down. They're
So
They're
close.
funny guys. They're funny people. We love to hang out and have fun with them.
Oh man, that was.
Well, you got next month, Tim.
I reckon. Dang
You
it.
got next month.
Right there. Right there. Just saying. Now, before we go, let me see.
Hey, is there any? Have you seen any deals happening? Anybody having any shows or something like that? I mean, nobody's posting anything. You guys out there, man? If you guys
It's the gold rush
of a
coming up in September.
yeah, I mean, even if you hear of a gold show and you're not in that state, dude, put it on GPS for us to call out. We could say it and we give advertisement to it and let other people, like if you wanted to go to it, we could let other people know to go to it as well. So it just
Well,
helps out.
we do have some events happening. You know, actually.
Cool. That's what I'm saying. I mean, they should be happening right now.
Yeah, we actually have the Fossick is coming up June 17th and June 18th at the Swank Claim in Ohio, and there's a lot of good stuff going on there. And then you got the Indiana Gold Fest is June 17th and June 18th also, and that's in Lebanon, Indiana.
Now, where's that? Hey, where's that at Lebanon?
It's in Lebanon. It's on Horton Road in Lebanon, Indiana.
Horton Road in Lebanon, Indiana.
Horton Road in Lebanon, Indiana. That's
It's just Lebanon, man. Just say it right.
Lebanon, Indiana. On Horton
Lebanon's
Road.
a country. Lebanon's a country.
It's 806 West Horton Road, Lebanon, Indiana.
Horton Road.
And that is the Indiana Gold Fest 2023, followed by Dredgepalooza.
No way.
That is July 14th and July 16th in Laurel, Indiana.
Dredgepalooza.
Dredgepalooza.
You gotta love that one. Come on, Dennis Dayton's gotta show up to Dredgepalooza.
Dredgepalooza. Now, also, I'm going to show you something here. Got a little show and tell. Got a little package. Got a little package in the mail. Little package.
Yeah, it's not gonna focus unless it's your face.
So we're going to open this package up. Now, this package.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
She goes, who's got a little package?
Did you highlight? Wait a minute. I might have
Yeah, I spotlighted you.
I have to turn off my blur, obviously. All right, there's the package. Okay, package. This package is from Vicky Price, and this will be something used for our next fundraiser. But I want to show you guys if my knife is getting damn duller. If I can get it open. Hang on, bear with me, folks.
It's just tape. Use your fingernail.
Okay. Okay. All right. This sculpture has been donated to Tim Grimes, the creator of Gold Prospector Space, to help with the financial. I can't make out that word. And without to help out with the financial. Without his show, I would not have met so many kind and wonderful miners. I would not have learned all that I know, and I'm still learning. It is my hope that this gift helps in good ways, and I can't read. You can.
Where's your glasses there, stud?
You got a good point, Scott.
I know Vicky was on Facebook a while back, and Vicky was trying to get some help with her dredge motor. And I know a couple people were responding to her, and Ken responded, and a couple other people responded about her dredge. She was asking questions. She has a 4-inch dredge. I think her motor was locked up, and then she had some problems with her floats and some other stuff. So there was people on Facebook.
Oh yeah.
GPS
I actually FaceTimed her. I believe.
Okay, well, like I said, I'll continue reading if you guys want me to.
That's cool.
Go ahead.
Want me to try to continue reading? Anyway.
If you can.
Okay, it is my hope that this gift helps in good ways, and this winner is like a gold globe you can set in front of it and imagine that you are panning next to your tent and warm fire. Much love, Vicky and Ryan's Gold Adventure.
Yeah.
So let me see. Here's the sculpture. I'm working on taking it out of the bag gently. And this,
Drum roll. Did it survive the post office?
let's see.
That's that ain't no crap there.
Looks like she had it packed pretty good. So, oh, it's pretty cool so far. I'm trying to get it out of all the plastic. Oh, that's awesome. What I'm seeing. I don't know about donating this.
Oh, there you go. That's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty. It's not focused, but I can see what it is.
Working on it. I'm working on the focus.
There it is.
Oh, that's
Look
pretty
at
good.
that. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Look at here. Wait a minute. A little bit of gold down there, fellas. Down there, that behind that rock there.
Right.
And you see,
You
the,
Right
got
on.
the pine tree, you got the bush.
you got the tent. Is that a little tent there?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's a little tent with a little creek.
That's pretty cool.
Cool.
That is pretty awesome, Vicky. Thank you very much. Now, this will be in our next fundraiser. So there's the guy panning there by the creek.
Man, you put that in one of them little wells going across there. Wouldn't that be cool?
And you can have one of the little boxes to put it in. Or
I like this rock here being on top of it. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
it almost looks like the Close Encounters of the Third
Yeah, it
Kind.
reminds me of Devil's
Yeah.
Tower in Wyoming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
that
awesome.
is very, very cool, Vicky. Thank you,
that's
Vicky
awesome.
and
Yeah,
Ryan.
it is very awesome, Vicky.
So I'm bagging it back up.
Put it back in the plastic tin.
I'm trying. I'm gonna put it back in the plastic, put it back in the box.
That's awesome, though. That's really cool.
That will be our next fundraiser, which we will get one going here. And this will be an item donated by Vicky and Ryan. So I don't even go.
Very cool. Thank
I'm
you,
gonna
Vicky.
keep the little note. Should I put the note? Should the note go with the item?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well,
You see it all bubble sealed. I better put it back in the bubble seal too.
what? I mean, was the note for you?
Oh,
or-
it just says the sculpture has been donated. It's to.
Okay, well, okay, yeah, they put it in there.
So I think it should stay with the sculpture.
It'll be
Yeah.
a little certificate of authenticity.
Right, exactly.
Pretty much. She wrote it.
But you know it is authentic.
Yeah.
And let me take these dang glasses off.
That's still be cool.
Mercy. That is pretty cool. Thank you again, Vicky. And that will be going in the next fundraiser. So I know she said she sent one to Ray. I guess Ray got one a while back. Did he ever post pictures of this sculpture he received?
I think Ray gets stuff out of
He has
South
not
Park.
posted pictures
He
of
never
it.
posts pictures.
But he,
Look at that little mouse.
Oh, and it says there's a Canadian painting competition. That says May 18th to August 10th. It goes on that long?
Wow. Probably.
Hey, there must be a lot of panners and a lot of money. That's all I can say. I mean, hey, could you imagine it?
Oh, Canada.
$10,000 panning competition. How many people would show up?
Well, actually, it does because May 17th to 19th, the Gold Panning Championships are at one place, which is already over. May 31st to June 2nd, they have another one in Alberta Gold Prospectors Association Spring Break. And the 20,
The only thing I can think is like drag racing. You know, you got pan offs the first day. You go into the bracket.
I guess so. They got like five events. So the next one is May 31st to June 2nd. And for more information, please see or download the newsletter at www.agpa.ca. So,
Man, that would be like a vacation to us.
yeah, so that's the next Canadian gold prospecting tournament, gold panning tournament. My bad.
You know what? I wonder if they got any of those on YouTube.
What? Gold
The
panning tournaments?
The Canadian gold panning tournament.
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
Well, I mean, it'd be cool to see it. Like if you wanted to actually go, like if it's a week, holy cow! That's like you could take a week. That's a week vacation to most people. You know,
if you want to go to Canada, sure.
Well, it ain't just about going to Canada, but you want to go to a panning competition where you're going to get in. You know, if you think you're a good enough panner. Hey, there's a lot of guys out there I've seen that are good panners. But you gotta be quick.
Gotta
do your homework.
The thing you have to remember about these panning competitions is it's usually a set pan. It's not your favorite pan
right
from home, you know. So
it's more or less, you got to understand, once you shake it 4 times, boys, it's at the bottom. Scoop it off.
And Rob, what's that picture of behind you? A rodent?
This is a fella that I know, Pat, with Art Protecting. He gave me this, and I was like, that's pretty awesome, dude.
That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So is that a metal detector?
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. That's pretty cool. Anything made out of glass is cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Pretty neat, fellas. Oh man, I feel that was a good show. Yeah.
and we are still actively looking for guests. So we don't currently have one for next Sunday. So if you're listening and you would like to join us, get a hold of one of us and we'll get you on.
Easy peasy, mac and cheesy. All you got to do. Who's beeping?
Yeah, Scott.
Oh. Oh.
Someone's burning the pizza.
Yeah. Dinner's done.
It ain't pizza, it's leg of lamb.
It's done.
Well, she just pulled it out. It looks good, but this fire detector, man, is one touchy son of a gun.
Oh yeah.
I don't like it, man. I can sit there and cook what do you call them? Pizza rolls, and that thing will go off. I'm like, they're not burning. They're not even golden brown yet.
Well, you got it. Well, where's the smoke detector? Right above the stove?
No,
it's way across the room in the hallway.
Why the heck?
Oh, it's good. It's a good thing.
Yeah,
it's a good detector. That ain't no joke, man.
It's working
It's
working really well. Yeah.
Yes, it does. It works really, really well.
Yeah, too well.
Gives you really good notice. Yeah.
No, I asked her the other day about just throwing back. I said something about rack of lamb because I seen somebody cook something,
Rack of lamb.
or leg of lamb, or whatever you want to call it.
Huh?
And then she found one, so she got one. You know, it was about a couple of dollars.
Well, while they're doing that, I would like to thank the 720 subscribers now on YouTube. I think the last time we mentioned this, we were only around like 670. So
Oh,
we've
Think
made
we'll
some
ever get-
headway.
You think we'll ever get to 1,000?
Oh, easily.
Okay.
Oh, anyway,
Well,
like I
heck
said,
yeah,
first time,
big thank you.
second time I want to taste it, I was going to do it, and that's what she's cooking. So.
All right.
Well, I got a question for Scott. How's that side by side doing now?
Well, let's see.
Has he got a box of parts?
it's got parts for it.
Here's the other hub strut I just finally got 2 days ago. And then I had to reorder the rack and pinion steering. After that, it should be running fine, Michael.
It should be brand new again.
Dude, I should, yeah. You know what? Every time I look back, I'm like, man, I crashed an airplane or something. I don't even understand it.
Right?
Yeah, now you can't get down that road no more because you're afraid it'll happen again.
Oh, no, we're going down that road again. Trust me. That's what I got it for. And we did run it till it died. So,
Yeah.
But everything looks good on this. There's all the grease is packed in. It's all good to go. It's going to be a brand new front end, rack and pinion, steering, the tie rods, everything, axles. At least I'll get my 4-wheel drive back. That's the biggest thing right there.
Yeah, I mean, we went down to the claim, a week before I left, and we got bogged down because the 4-wheel wasn't engaging. Apparently it broke or something like that, and it was a nightmare. But hey,
Yeah.
we got down to the claim.
That's what
We
just
did get
couldn't
to the
get
claim. Okay.
We just couldn't get to our digging spot.
Right.
Yeah, we were trying to go across the creek, and there's, like I said, the 4-wheel drive, the ring out of the axle was already stripping. So the 4-wheel drive won't engage because one's spinning and the other one is engaging, and it won't do it. It says no. It just it saves your 4-wheel drive more or less.
Gotcha. All right.
And let's replace it. Yeah.
All right. Well, Scott, enjoy your rack of lamb.
Cool. It's not
Jaron, who's on?
like what you're thinking, dude.
Jaron, who's Ed got Tuesday?
Caught me slipping again.
That's what I do.
Had all the info for our guest on there, and so it's actually Open Line Tuesday.
Open Line Tuesday.
And
Ooh,
if
and
I
that's
remember
for-
correctly, Ed is going to be switching it up after this one or soon. He's going to be doing it at the first of the month.
Is
Hey,
open
what
line
time-
right?
What time's Ed on again?
8.
Ed is on 8 p.m.
o'clock.
Eastern, 6
No, that's-
GM General Mountain Time.
But I think they're going to be stopping for a while then, ain't they, for vacation?
Yeah, he's gonna
That's
have
fine.
a little break, but there's a little bit going on in between there. He's gonna do a little bit of kind of going back to the Ed in the shed thing and doing like a
Listen,
start
bud.
from the basics.
All right. Oh, that's cool. We look forward to seeing
Well, I'm
Ed in the shed.
I'm going to go back in because I'm doing Taco Tuesday usually up here, and I'll give me something to watch on the back patio, man.
All right. You do that. And don't forget, anybody's interested in one of them cool sculptures, just reach out to Vicky Price and she'll set you up with one. So, all right. On that note, once again, thanks to Gary Holt for coming and joining us tonight. We appreciate it.
Yeah, very informational.
Yes, and thanks everybody for tuning in over there on YouTube. Thank you for joining us, and everybody on GPS. We're out of here. Have a
Good
great
night, everybody.
week.
Good night, Gold Digger.
Guys.
All right, everyone.
Good
Good night, all.
everybody.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.
No gold in Utah.
Coast to coast.